NBL Live 209 Giants, Redskins. Let's go! You are watching the NBL Live pregame show. And welcome, one and all, to another edition of the NBL Live pregame show. That's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, web3ks.com. They do a ton of graphics for us, from all of our network shows to here at NBL Live. And right now, they're doing a great deal. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up web3ks.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get a 15% discount on your order. Web3ks.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging with my man, Sonny Weaver. Sonny, we've got a great matchup, a divisional matchup. It is the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. And if you had told me, Sonny, at the beginning of this season that the Redskins would be sitting in the position that they are, which is one of the worst teams, frankly, in the NBL, and the New York Giants would be one of the great stories, one of the best teams in the NBL right now, I would have told you were crazy.
And I agree. I think it's one of those things that no one saw coming. There was a lot of questions coming into the year if the New York Giants' success last year was sustainable, if they really could do anything going into this year. They thought that maybe they were kind of put in the position to get into the playoffs through the previous ownership group. But I can tell you right now, this ownership group in New York is for real. And then on the other side of the slate, you've got the Washington Redskins, who we thought could have a big year this year, just not finding it. They actually can't even find their own receivers. It seems that the quarterback out there may be colorblind.
Well, let's take a look at the players to watch for today's game between the Redskins and the Giants. And first on the side of the New York Giants, it is who else but Odell Beckham Jr., and he's having another fantastic season, Sonny. 21 catches, 414 total yards, averaging 19.7 per catch and 2 touchdowns. With Ben Stokes on the other side, Beckham has really, the offense has opened up for him. Sonny, I think the biggest criticism you could give Odell Beckham throughout his career here in the NBL is he just hasn't stayed healthy. The Giants are happy to see him out on the field.
Well, he hasn't stayed healthy, and I would say the other criticism. Critique. Yeah, critique. We'll go with critique. You could maybe have for him is that he doesn't score a lot of touchdowns, only 2 touchdowns on the year so far. But with that said, you see him spread the ball well out in New York. I think Beckham's going to come up big between the 20-yard lines. But look for Marlon Petway to make a big difference in this game once you get inside the 20.
For the Washington Redskins, let's take a look at Jordan Reed, who out of everybody is having a decent season. But the biggest number for concern, 15 catches, pretty much on pace. He does have a touchdown. But, Sonny, the biggest concern is that average per catch, 9.9. Reed has been a vertical tight end for this offense, has been a guy who they've stretched the field with. But the fact that Zach Belisari has thrown so many interceptions, Jordan Reed has really been relegated to an underneath drag route guy, and that doesn't seem like to be where Jordan Reed can be most effective.
Like you said, Belisari's been kind of pigeonholed into throwing these check down routes because he's just not seeing the field right now. So Jordan Reed's kind of becoming his safety blanket. You know, they still are getting the ball to Wayne Whiteside, having a pretty decent year, still averaging 18.5 yards per catch. So he's still the downfield threat. I think at times they try to force it to Whiteside when really they should be looking for maybe that Jordan Reed throw in that immediate or intermediate kind of pattern that he does run so well. I think in order for them to win tonight, they're going to have to get Reed. They're going to have to get this passing game going. But, you know, the missing man no one's been able to find is Jordan Howard, the big free agent from a couple years ago. They signed him, but then where'd he go?
Well, he has been nowhere to be found. This has been a pass-heavy offense that just hasn't passed the ball well at all. We're about ready to send this out to the game. Sonny, it seems obvious who you're going to pick, but I'll ask, who do you like in this game? Are the New York Giants going to continue this run, continue to be the surprise of the NBL, I think, right now? Or the Washington Redskins going to, I'll say, turn the ship in somewhat of a right direction, maybe keep the turnovers down, and get a huge victory over the Giants?
I think everybody is expecting me to pick the Giants tonight, and I'm going to go against conventional. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm going to pick the Giants tonight. I do think that the struggles in Washington are real. I think the lack of field vision is kind of astonishing at times. Jordan Howard has been nowhere to be seen. I think you got to get him going if you want to have any chance to win this one. I'm not sure they do. I like the Giants in this one. I'm going to take Giants 26-12 over the Washington Redskins.
Should be a great game tonight, folks. We'll see if the Redskins can break out of their funk or if the Giants are going to get a win and continue this magical season. We appreciate you tuning into the NBL Live pregame show, but it is game time here on NBL Live. Coming up next, it's a battle of two divisional opponents heading in opposite directions. Will one of their fortunes change today? It's the Redskins, it's the Giants. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Jake Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the NBLN Network.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's going to be dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle. It's
wow. That big playmaker ability as he finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. What a game we have tonight, folks. Two teams who are combined 5-5. 5 games into the season. It's the Washington Redskins still looking for their first win. They're taking on the New York Giants, undefeated at the top of the NFC East. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny Weaver. Sonny, it's tough times in the nation's capital. They have been throwing interceptions like no other. If you had told me the Redskins, this was a team, Sonny, I think we said on Highly Debatable, could this be their opportunity to win their division through 5 games? That answer is a resounding no.
A very, very big no here, as Washington's not showing any signs of life. We'll see if they can get back in it today. But if you told me 5 games in they'd be tied with the Eagles for last place, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
Well, we're sitting here, and it's going to be the Redskins coming out on offense first, and Wayne Whiteside at wide receiver, Reddick and Blake on the defensive side of the ball. As the Washington Redskins come out, he is under center, Belisari. He's going to drop back to pass on 1st and 10, looking over the middle, and it is complete down to the 40-yard line. Sonny, let's go to Jordan Howard. Where has this guy been? Why have the Washington Redskins not been running the ball more, considering their turnover problems?
Well, there's a lot of questions there. Obviously, the Jordan Howard was hurt a decent amount last year. But if you remember a couple years ago, they had a pretty significant running attack in Washington, and that's kind of gone by the wayside. I liked what they were doing just a few seasons ago, and now they've gone to this pass-heavy attack that I just don't think Belisari's fit to do.
Well, Belisari's now in the shotgun. Jordan Howard to his left, 3 wide receivers. As Belisari drops back pass on 1st and 10. It's going to be a screen pass. Jordan Howard getting him the ball in different avenues. He'll take a big hit at the 50-yard line and get up near that 1st down marker. Give him 9.5 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and inches.
And that's a way to get Jordan Howard involved in a way that may not be the normal handoff, but it still lets him use some of that explosiveness and the reason they paid him all of that money to come here.
They did pay him roughly all of the money. As on 2nd and inches, it's going to be Jordan Howard getting the carry, and he will fight his way forward for the 1st down to the 46-yard line, give him 4 yards on the play. Washington early in this game, a little bit of momentum as they have gotten over midfield. We'll see if they can continue to keep the ball in their own team's hands as Zach Belisari comes out, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Jordan Howard in the backfield at halfback, ball on the 46-yard line. It's going to be Belisari dropping back to pass. Blitz coming, looks over the middle, and that is one of the throws, Sonny, that they want Zach Belisari to take and throw away and never do again. That was good coverage over the middle, and if it weren't for what I would call as a excessively bad play by the linebacker, that's a pick going the other way.
That was an interesting play by the linebacker, wasn't it? He looked like he kind of just fluttered in the air. I'm not even sure he had to actually jump for that one.
Now 2nd and 10 for the Washington Redskins as Belisari comes out. Bunch formation, dropping back to pass on 2nd and 10. Looks over to the left side, finds the corner route, who holds on to the ball at the 33-yard line. Sonny, I think what we're seeing early in this game as Wayne Whiteside gets his first catch, what we're seeing early is a lot of easy reads for Zach Belisari. How important is that throughout the game?
Well, obviously from his passing statistics, it's probably the most important thing in this game.
1st and 10 for the Washington Redskins. It's going to be Jordan Howard taking the carry right up the old gut. He'll get up to the 28-yard line. As it looks like... I had to make sure I had the right button. Take a look at those Zach Belisari stats. They are ugly, folks. 59% completion percentage, just over 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. And by the way, they've only played 5 games. So that is not a stat line you want to see as an I formation for Belisari. He's got 2 wide receivers on 2nd and 5. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking, looks over to the out route on the right side. And it is caught and out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Sonny, any concern? Oh, no, he missed that. He did not get his feet in bounds. So, yeah, that's a little bit of Washington luck right there. But, Sonny, is there any concern if you're the New York Giants as to how much the Washington offense has picked apart your defense early in this game?
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit concerned. Eli Apple on that out route, I thought he was going to jump that just slightly. But, yeah, a little bit concerned. You got to get a good stand here.
Oh, boy. That's Reggie Ragland come down with the pick. Oh, what was that throw? What was, it wasn't open at any point, Sonny. So there was...
Hey, put Ragland's stats up there.
You want to see
Ragland up there.
Old Reginald Ragland?
Yeah.
Sure. There's Reggie Ragland's stats. Put another interception up there. He's up to 4 interceptions, 12 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble. He has been nothing but a star, Sonny, since he came over to the New York Giants.
Yeah, he's just a machine, and that's why I wanted those stats up there. The guy just makes splash plays. He comes up big, and there he is again when we just said they need to get some sort of stop here. He goes, and he gets it.
21 interceptions now in the year for Belisari as Davis Webb takes a hit and finds Sterling Shepard, who breaks a tackle, and he's got a lot of room. He's going to take this 94 yards to the house. Oh, how a good drive from Washington 2 plays later turns into 6 for the Giants as Davis Webb and Sterling Shepard hook up for a 94-yard score.
Well, any goodwill the Washington Redskins built up as they drove down that field has now vanished as Sterling Shepard just ripped the hearts out of that Washington Redskins team with that play.
And what a job by Davis Webb, Sonny, on that play. He took a big old hit, waited till the last moment to get rid of that ball, and put it on target.
It was a beautiful hit. He knew he was going to get it, and he does. He delivers that one. And then what about Shepard? Shepard takes a little bit of a hit downfield. I think the Redskins safety trying to go for that knockout blow just glances him, and instead Shepard stays up and runs that downfield. Just a great play all around for them.
Slim Whittle 30-45 sick play. Absolutely. What a play. First play from on the offensive side of the ball for the Giants. It goes 94 yards to the house. Now 1st and 10. Hand up to Jordan Howard. He's got some room on the left side. He'll have the first down and more. Spins off a tackle, and he'll go down at the 39-yard line. Sonny, it's obvious Jordan Howard still has a lot left in the tank. It's obvious he's still very talented. I think it's just obvious to everyone but the Washington coaching staff.
And it seems like they'll run one time, and then they want to throw it 2 or 3 times in a row. I think you stay with that run 2, 3 times in a row, no matter what. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, just keep going.
1st and 10. Play action pass as he does find Josh Norman. I don't know if that was the right read, but it was a read, and he found his own player. It wasn't Jordan Reed. I could do this all day, but he'll get 8 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2.
Did you just say finds Josh Norman? That's interesting.
I don't know what I said. I have no idea what I said. I was too shocked. I saw the tight end running that seam, and it looked all sorts of open, and then it appeared to have been intercepted underneath by his own player. That's why I said Josh Norman. Anywho, they got the first down.
They pick up the first down. They give it to their boy Jordan Howard, and Jordan Howard is showing that he can get it done. I stay with him. I think he's running good so far today. I think New York's trying to key on that pass right now.
1st and 10 I formation for the Washington Redskins. Jordan Howard at the top of that I. He'll get the carry on 1st down, has 1 man to beat, and cannot do it. Nice tackle in the hole. Going to bring him down for a 1-yard loss. Sonny, question in the chat from MBM. Are the Giants going to win this division?
Oh, I think they probably will here. The Cowboys are having a decent season right now, but this Giants team's looking good. I'm not sure the level of the competition they've ran into just quite yet. but they're looking like a team that can get 11 or 12 wins this season.
Second and 11, quick three-step drop, throw over the middle. It is complete down to the 33-yard line. Belisari, quick drop, quick read, and finds his man. That is Horton, the other tight end, for 18 yards. Another first down for Washington. It's another opportunity for Washington to put some points on the board.
Yes, it is, and you know they're really keen on the tight ends right now in the seams, and I think you're going to have a correction here from the Giants in a second. You've got Landon Collins and Reggie Ragland working the middle of the field, and that's somewhere where I'd be a little bit nervous if I'm the Washington Redskins.
N-Train, owner of the Cowboys in the NBL in chat, saying Cowboys and Giants face off next week. Should be a great matchup there. It's now 2nd and 11 for the Washington Redskins, and it is Zach Belisari under center. 3 tight ends to the right side of that formation. He'll drop back to pass on second down. Looks underneath. It is complete. Down to the 30-yard line. Call him at the 29. As that looked like that was Horton once again. It's going to bring up a big 3rd and 6.
And it appears somebody's hurt. We'll have to see who that is, but that could be a big injury here as Washington can't afford to lose any playmakers. They don't have many of them.
Yeah, they're not flush with playmakers. They did pay Jordan Howard a lot of money, but beyond that,
all
the money.
All of the dollars.
It was todos los dollars, as they would say down in Mexico. 3rd and 6, shotgun formation for Belisari, 4 wide receivers. They're setting up a quick screen. It's covered well. Belisari's got to get rid of it. He's rolling to the right side. He looks like he's going to take off, and what a job by Zach Belisari. Saw that the screen pass was not open and didn't panic, rolled out of the pocket and picked up the first down with his legs.
Interesting you go with he didn't panic. I don't know. It looked like kind of a panic to me there as he spun around in the backfield. But nonetheless, he does get the first down. And now we're right back where we were just a few plays ago. Washington down in the red zone. Going to have to make a tight throw in a tight window here.
Play action pass for Zach Belisari. Waiting. Looks over the middle of the field. Finds his man Collins with a catch in front of the coverage. And it's a touchdown for Redskins. And what a job by the Washington Redskins, and especially Zach Belisari on that drive, Sonny. You know, it was a bad pass on the last drive. It turned into points for the Giants, but they come back out. They lead a nice drive down the field. And with this extra point that is up, it is good they tie the ball game up.
And honestly, outside of that one bad pass and bad read by Zach Belisari, they've played pretty well on offense for Washington. Now it's the defense's turn. They're going to need them to stop this Giants team who really, we're about a whole quarter into the game, and they've had 2 plays. Yeah. 1 play.
Question, Dark Brawler, what broadcast number this is? This is broadcast 209 here on the MBL Network. As the Giants take this one out of the end zone, he's got some room on the right side. He's up past the 20 to 25, spins off a man. Oh, and the last guy brings him down at the 32-yard line. Nice return there. And Sonny, now we get to see the New York Giants offense come out. We saw them once before, and they weren't on the field very long.
No, not long at all. And this is a pretty good offense. Marlon Petway, we talked about him. Odell Beckham Jr., you've got Shepard, who we've already seen. It's pretty explosive when it wants to be.
1st and 10 for the New York Giants. It's Davis Webb under center. Play action pass. He's looking to throw this one in on first down. He finds Kelly underneath to the 39-yard line. 7 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Let's take a look at Davis Webb's stats on the year. 70% completion percentage, 1,399 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 10 sacks. What that tells me, Sonny, is the offensive line is protecting him well, and they're not relying on the pass game. They're relying on their really star running back, Marlon Petway.
They definitely are. They get the ball out quick. We just saw that there.
As Petway, just as I talk about him, he loses a yard on the play. But Marlon Petway, Sonny, this was a guy who sort of came out of nowhere, had an amazing playoffs for the New York Giants when they won that Super Bowl, and this is a guy who I think now he's no longer a surprise. Everybody's looking for him.
No surprises at all here in the Giants' backfield. They know who their guy is, and anybody playing them know they've got to key in on him. And I think right here, 3rd and 4, this is still Petway territory.
As we hit the end of the first quarter, 7-7 your score. Let's throw up those Marlon Petway stats so everybody can see what we're talking about. Marlon Petway, 72 carries, 395 yards, averaging 5.5 per carry, and 7 touchdowns. This guy is the engine that makes this team run. He's only getting better as the seasons go along here in the NBL. We're now in season 31. 3rd and 4. Davis Webb's dropped back to pass. 3-man rush. Looks to the out route. It is completed as Odell Beckham, and it is a first down to the 39-yard line. Oh, man, really with that Tampa 2 and then up one-on-one coverage, and Sonny, I will take Odell Beckham one-on-one 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, you've got to be careful there, obviously, when you get that wide side single receiver, especially in a kind of a base formation there. You see a lot of out routes to it. So I like to go to more of a cover 3 match. You cut underneath that out route. There's a little fun fact for a guy. Cover 3 match is a good way to
deep
cut
pass
off
down left
those routes.
side. Beckham has his man beat, and he's into the end zone. Sonny something one-on-one with Odell Beckham, and he burns the corner and takes it to the house.
Wow, and that's unfortunate because the cornerback goes for the jam off the snap, and he just whiffs. And when you whiff like that, you're done. You're done.
And once Odell Beckham has space, he is gone. There is no catching him. 14-7 your score. Somebody actually got hurt on that kicking play. I can only assume it is somebody important because that's what the game does to you. I had Amari Cooper break his arm on a, I believe he was in on a punt. Not a punt return, a punt.
Well, you know what? It's not always about you and Amari Cooper.
It is 100%. It is 100% about me because I'm controlling the microphone. So soon it can just be the solo show. As now 1st and 10 for the Washington Redskins. It's Zach Belisari in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. He's got Whiteside coming in motion, and they're going to hand the ball off to Jordan Howard right up the middle. And it looked like the New York Giants sort of knew what was coming. Were able to collapse on that play. Only 2 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8.
And that sent up the orbit screen. I kind of like to run that occasionally. But right there you had that man. It looked like they were all coming right off the snap no matter what. So maybe not the best time for that play.
Now a 2nd and 8 for the Washington Redskins, needing a response here. Again, first drive of the game. Redskins, real nice try, and then Zach Belisari did a Belisari throw right to the New York Giants, and that's how the Giants have the 7-0 lead. They're ahead as pass over the middle, and that tight end seam working once again. As that was Jordan Reed with the catch, Sonny, and they are taking advantage of these 2 high safety looks and running those seams, and so far New York isn't really stopping it.
Yeah, they're destroying the 2 high look. I'd maybe be looking at some cover 1 here soon. Maybe show cover 2, some sort of rolling cover 1 coverage here to kind of see if you can confuse Belisari.
As that was a tight throw. Could have been much worse, but it falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the New York Giants, or excuse me, for the Washington Redskins, looking to answer the New York Giants. And once again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning into NBL Live Broadcast number 209 here on the NBL Network. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny Weaver. Some Week 6 action, Giants and Redskins, and we will show you that NBL Live schedule once again at the conclusion of this game so you guys can see the matchups that are coming up here on the NBL Network. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to be part of all of our NBL Network giveaways. They are subscriber only, so hit that subscribe button if you're interested. Hit that follow button just so you know each and every time we go live. 2nd and 10, play clock running down. 1 second left. I have no idea what in the Lord happened on that play. Sonny Weaver, your thoughts?
Bobbled snap. Guy fell down. Not real sure. That was.
I have not seen that one. I have no.
Yeah, that's bad.
It wasn't a turnover. That's good. As Seth Sumlin saying, OBJ better than every other wide receiver. He certainly is real good. As on 3rd and 10, it's Zach Belisari looking over to the right side. Oh man, I saw what he saw there. It looked like Jordan Reed was wide open, but that purple zone on the right side. Nice play coming in and breaking it up. The Washington Redskins are going to be forced to punt this away from their own 47-yard line.
You know, like you said, it was there, it was gone. It was a great break there by the defensive back, and you know, I'm not going to hold that one against Belisari.
Nice job there on the punt, playing a little field position, but Sonny, we've saw the Giants score from 94 yards out. They're 95 away, and with this wide receiver core and the explosive offense they have, it wouldn't be surprised if they were able to punch this one in the end zone as Davis Webb comes out, breaks the huddle. He's got Beckham to his left, Shepard to his right, Petway in the backfield. Now, 1st and 10 is going to be a toss play to Marlon Petway, cuts it upfield, breaks the tackle, and now he's got some room, and this is where he can be dangerous. He's got one man back, and he will take him down at the 36-yard line. 31 yards on the play, only the 2nd carry from Marlon Petway, Sonny, and it was almost disastrous for the Washington Redskins.
Right, that literally could have been game, set, match right there. They are so lucky they were able to pull that guy down because he looked like he was off to the races. If Petway just had a little bit more speed to him, I think he's gone. They are lucky on that.
Entering in the chat saying Skins need a turnover. as it's now 5 wide receivers for Davis Webb, spreading it out. Nobody in the backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the left as Webb drops back to pass. Corner blitz coming. It's picked up well, and Odell Beckham gets the catch, and he's up to the 50-yard line. I had to see for a moment if it was Odell Beckham who was hurt on the play. He gets up, though, and it's a big first down for the Giants.
Yeah, and okay, so you're seeing a little bit of what New York's looking to do here is, they're kind of slinging it around the field. I like it. I just question right now, what's Washington doing? Odell Beckham's really the focus of this offense right now. You've got to take him away. Make him do something else.
Another 5 wide receiver set for, oh no, it's batted up in the air. Ingram almost comes down with that one. So it almost turned from a disastrous tipped interception to almost a catch. It ends up being a pedestrian incompletion as a nice job up front getting the hands in the throwing lane of Zach Belisari. But Sonny once again, for Davis Webb. But Davis Webb once again, Sonny, looking for Odell Beckham Jr.
I'd like to see the Redskins get more of a dime look here. They're in that nickel set there, and if I'm going 3 wide in New York, if I'm Washington, I'm going to the dime every time from here on out because they're going mainly passing from these formations.
And they're looking for a screen pass to Sterling Shepard, and this one well covered by the Washington defense, bringing him down to the 47-yard line. As Gilbert, the right tackle, was the one hurt on that play, but he should return. Loss of 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 13, a big opportunity, Sonny, for the Redskins to get a little bit of momentum defensively.
Yeah, it's time. They've got to get a big stop here. And if I'm Washington, I'm not just sitting back. I'm going to bring some pressure right here because New York's tearing you up right now if you're not getting any pressure on Davis Webb.
Davis Webb is going to take a sack. Good coverage downfield. Barr able to get in the backfield, but the credit on that one to the secondary of the Washington Redskins, not letting anything happen over the top. And the Giants are going to be forced to punt this ball back. After a real nice start to the drive, Sonny, we haven't seen Marlon Petway. Only 2 carries so far for the star running back.
And it's kind of strange. And again, if you're Washington, you're not seeing a lot of running attack right now. So I'm playing pass all the time if I'm Washington going forward because that's going to be key to winning this game.
He's tackled at the 11-yard line. That's where we'll get to see the Washington Redskins come back out. 1 interception on the day for Zach Belisari, but he is up to 21 on the season through 5 games. That's no bueno if you're looking to keep any sort of momentum going. It's a big reason why the Washington Redskins are sitting there at 0-5, looking for their first win on the season. The Giants, on the other hand, under relatively new owner, Lil Fish, well, they're sitting there undefeated at the top of the division. 1st and 10. It is Belisari dropping back. It is Belisari dropping down. It's a big sack for Combs. That's not, I don't think it's Sean Combs. I don't think that was P. Diddy in the backfield, but it was a big sack. 7 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and long.
Well, he was a Giant, so maybe Diddy in his spare time up in New York decided he's going to, play some linebacker.
Diddy? Is it Puff Daddy? Is it, what am I going for? All I know
think it's got to be Diddy.
It's Diddy, right? Yeah, okay. It's a pass to the flat, complete. What a spin move there. Real nice job avoiding the tackle. He'll get up to the 12-yard line. Nice job by Belisari getting rid of the ball as Pumphrey with the catch gets 8 yards and cuts back to a 3rd and 9.
Pumphrey in, Howard out. This is what that we talked about earlier. The Jordan Howard experiment is just not going this 2-back system. You got to get him some carries. You got to let him kind of build up some momentum going forward.
Now it's Belisari in the shotgun. Bunch formation, 3 to the right, 1 over to the left. He takes the snap, dropping back on 3rd and 9. Waiting. Looks over to the left side, and he finds a man. It is complete to the 30-yard line. Sonny, was not a pretty throw, but it did get the job done.
It definitely got the job done as it hurried to the line here.
Yeah, they were trying to get that play off before the 2-minute warning. I don't know if that was intentional, if that was a dead duck coming out of his hands, if his arm hit that lineman who was blocking, but it ended up getting to the receiver, and it was a good thing that it was a short throw there, Sonny, because he had a defender bearing down on him.
He did, and I need to see Belisari step into the pocket there. He stepped into his lineman, step around, and make that throw with some oomph.
Belisari looks over to the out route on the right side. It is complete. What a throw there into a very tight window. A timer out to Woodard, and it's a 1st down for the Washington Redskins at the 47-yard line. Minute 51 and counting, now under a minute 50. And it's Zach Belisari with 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right side. He's got Jordan Howard in the backfield as he drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Waiting, and he looks underneath. It is complete. It's a 1st down up past the 40-yard line to the 39. Now Washington hurrying back to the line, using a little tempo here to keep the Giants defense on their heels. 3 wide receiver look once again as he drops back to pass, looking. Belisari waiting for somebody to come open. He's going to roll out to the left side. What a spin there to make a man miss, and he's got a 1st down and more up to the 22-yard line. The little pivot from Belisari, making the defender look silly out there.
Yeah, that little move to the inside and then the roll to the backside reminded me of Johnny Manziel circa Texas A&M. That was a slick little move there for Belisari.
I didn't know he had that sort of athleticism in him, as now Zach Belisari 22 yards away from tying this ball game up. He'll drop back to pass on 1st and 10. Looks over to the right side. It is complete. It's another first down for the Washington Redskins. Sonny, I'd be concerned. The Redskins are really moving the ball against this Giants defense.
It really doesn't even seem like it's much of an issue here for him.
Another bunch formation, 3 to the right, 1 over to the left side for Belisari in the shotgun with Howard to his left. We're under a minute to play in the first half as he drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Waiting, looking into the end zone.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That was no good.
What a bad throw there.
There's not even like that. I could see what he saw there, Sonny. No, that was like quadruple coverage with a guy underneath.
Yeah, those are the throws that we talked about that just give games away for Washington.
I mean, again, we're sitting here, we're a first half, and they already had one opportunity to score, and it was thrown away. They really offensively moved the ball well. It's just those decisions are the ones that kill them on 2nd and goal. I think they mercifully handed off to Jordan Howard because they know they need points and they can't trust Zach Belisari.
Yeah, you really can't trust Zach Belisari at this point. His decision-making has just been so bad this year, and those are the little blips that just wonder what went wrong in this kid's development.
Zach Belisari was part of a young quarterback class. When we're looking at Jack Gerber, when we're looking at Ross Bonham, Belisari was up there as one of the young quarterbacks, possibly the chaining of the guard, but it has gone all downhill. It's on 3rd and goal. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to look high pass back of the end zone, and another one that was almost picked off, a dangerous throw. And Washington, I think, fortunate, Sonny, to come away with a 3-point opportunity here.
They definitely are. There was no reason to high pass that one. He should have rocketed it in there. The high pass put too much air under, and his guy had beaten his coverage to the inside, and he had him on the inside, and just a bad choice there by Belisari.
I would also like to point out, Sonny, I don't know if you've noticed this, that is the 3rd high pass I think I've seen from Zach Belisari. All 3 into coverage. Maybe a little high pass happy with Zach Belisari. The coverage is actually leaving it open for a more deliberate pass, but I think old Porter's in love with the high pass.
Yeah, loving the high pass right now because people like to think it's safe. It lets their bigger tight ends go up to try to make something happen. But the reality of that is it works in certain situations, and it's not there. If you throw it, it puts you in a bad situation.
Well, 15 seconds left. Let's see what the Giants try to do here if they try to get anything going with all 3 timeout. As it's an empty backfield, we're seeing a lot of these empty sets. Petway going in motion from the left side over to the right. Looks like they're setting up this little halfback screen. We've seen the Steelers run this one a lot. It is well blocked. And Petway's got some room on the outside, but good pursuit to bring down Marlon Petway. At the 33-yard line, it looks like the Giants are just going to be happy to go into halftime up 14-10. Sonny, as we hit the second half, let's give a little letter grade here for both teams. First on the side of the New York Giants. A couple big plays. Odell Beckham sort of having his way. Defensively, though, I'm concerned. What sort of grade would you give the New York Giants in the first half?
I'll give them a solid B. I think the offense has been good, especially early on. Since then, it's kind of sputtered a little bit. I'd like to see more Petway going forward, but nonetheless, I think they're playing a good game here. And
on the Washington Redskins side, defensively, apart from the first drive where they gave up one play that went a full 94 yards, they've given up one other touchdown. They've sort of held the Giants from blowing this one open. Defensively, that's good. Offensively is a different story. Zach Belisari's made some questionable throws, but they've been able to move the ball. What would you give the Washington Redskins?
I'm going to have to go with a C-. I like the way they move the ball, but if you can't finish, you can't win games.
And now 1st and 10 for Davis Webb. Quick throw to the flat to Marlon Petway. And look at him fight forward for yards to the 35-yard line. Davis Webb, 8 of 9, 192, and 2 touchdowns on the day. And Marlon Petway right there with a nice play. It was soft coverage on the outside. Sonny recognized by Davis Webb. Finds his running back, and Petway does such a great job of fighting forward for yards.
It's unfortunate Webb didn't wait a little bit longer because I think that curl route would have been open for more yards. But nonetheless, good read there to get it out quick and let Petway try to do something with it.
Now 1st and 10 as Davis Webb drops back to pass, rolling, looking over the middle of the field. It is complete to Odell Beckham into enemy territory to the 38-yard line. Sonny, one of the guys that was given another big contract by the Redskins was Hassan Reddick. 14 tackles, 4 interceptions, but no sacks on the season. And so far, I mean, the numbers are okay, but overall, since they signed him, Sonny, it seems like Hassan Reddick's been fairly disappointing.
He has been. He's not bad in the middle of the field. He's a pretty good coverage linebacker, and I think that's what they need right now is they need to really work on jamming up that middle and try to take away the middle routes, which have been one of the Giants' favorite parts of the field.
I mean, so far, as Z-Star in the chat says, OBJ is eating. He is dominating early in this game, folks. NBL Live broadcast 2:09. Week 6 action is Giants and Redskins. Giants looking to stay undefeated. Redskins looking for a win. Just a win. That's all they're looking for. It's Davis Webb dropping back on 2nd and 9. Waiting. Good coverage downfield. And Webb's going to roll out. And he's going to take off. And he's going to have a first down and a little more. And gets clobbered out of bounds. And that is still not a penalty. No, it is not. I don't understand.
Yeah, it definitely should have been a penalty. You mentioned Reddick. He did get the tackle on the last play. Had good coverage on this play as well, and I think that's what took away that inside seam for Beckham. I think he's a guy you may want to try blitz him a little bit. He's got some talent in the blitz game. Maybe you can get to Davis Webb.
And Petway's going to take the carry over the right side, and one of the worst tackle attempts I have ever seen from anybody there, and they still dropped it for a 2-yard loss.
Well, he scared him. He scared the running back. The running back was like, wait, I'm not going to go over there. The guy fell down and gave him time to catch him from behind.
Dugu123 joining us in the chat. Welcome, Dugu. Welcome, XJamBread X. Wow, late hit. Yeah, absolutely a late hit. As Davis Webb dropping back, blitz coming. He gets hit as he throws, and he hits, I think, the defender in the head, and they're going to get pass interference. Contact down the field. And so it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Giants. And what looked like was going to be a huge play. Great job getting to the quarterback. It turns into a 1st down. Sonny, you like the call there?
The penalty call or the play call?
Yes.
Yes. Penalty, I think it was questionable. The safety broke inside. He does have a right to that ball, but at the same time, he can't go through the the offensive player, and I think that may be what happened there.
A lot of people in the chat talking about that call as N-Train. And N-Train saying, bad call. Double A saying, what a call. True Blue TX26 saying, love the commentary. Appreciate the love. Hit that follow button so you know when we go live. We'll have, we got usually about 3 games a week here on NBL Live. So definitely, we'd love to see you tune back in. Lots of great stuff happening here on the NBL Network. He's on 1st and goal. It's Marlon Petway over the left side. This is where he can be so dangerous as he gets the edge and a real nice tackle to keep Marlon Petway from finding the end zone. Only 5 carries, Sonny, for Marlon Petway in this game. A lot of that due to the fact that Odell Beckham in the passing game has been electric so far.
Yeah, he's really been kind of a one-man show, but as you mentioned, Petway's got a little bit of talent himself. I would like to see him do a little dip inside and then break it to the outside because that Washington cornerback was definitely ready to commit to something there.
Duku123 saying I was looking for a late hit on the QB call. I've seen that animation too many times. It never happens. 2nd and goal. Davis Webb waiting, stepping up, and he'll take a sack at the 10-yard line as Brantley able to break off of his block and get to Davis Webb, dropping him for a 5-yard loss. Back to the 10-yard line. This really has been a solid offensive line so far, Sonny. They've kept Davis Webb relatively clean.
They have, and that sack's on Webb. It's coverage sack. He had the angle route, the fullback coming out of the backfield open early on, but it closed quickly. You've got to be able to pick that up. Otherwise, it's too late.
Watch Sterling Shepard on the right side. We'll see if they decide to throw it to him on 3rd and goal as the coverage drops back. Looks over the middle of the field, and it was Renew who takes a huge hit and loses the ball. Only the 2nd incompletion on the day, but Sonny, the Washington Redskins defense gets a huge stop, holding them to a field goal attempt.
Yeah, it is a big stop, and Davis Webb listening must be in his headset right now because he was waiting for that angle route there, and it did open up. I would have tried to get that off maybe a second earlier, give your guy a chance to get down, but nonetheless, right Reed just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, the NBL will no doubt be investigating collusion between Davis Webb and Sonny Weaver on that play, as there could be some illicit communication. Sonny, you can't text from the sidelines. It's not okay. Busted. That's how it happens. It was one comment on NBL Live. That's how you go down. As a spin move doesn't help him at all. Taken out of the end zone, but he'll be taken down to the 19-yard line. Now the Washington Redskins come back out on offense, and Sonny, this is what we call must-see TV because don't really know what we're gonna get from Zach Belisari.
Yeah, and I feel like Belisari right now, he's got to be feeling okay. You're only down 1 touchdown. You're in this game, the 5-0 division leader right now, Giants. on the ropes, ready for you to just step right in here, make this a game, and we will see what happens.
1st and 10 for Zach Belisari and the Washington Redskins. As Jordan Howard in the backfield, play action pass for Belisari, and Howard picks up the block, and it's Jordan Reed with the catch. He went for the pick, and he missed, and he's got some room down the right side. Eli Happel trying to get back and bring him down. He forces him to do a little stop and start. He goes down to the 16-yard line, and after all that, Sonny is down on the field. That could be a huge loss for the Redskins, but what a big play for Zach Belisari to find Jordan Reed.
Yeah, big loss if he is out for any time. It looked like Landon Collins in coverage there tried to pick it off but missed, and what a miss that was, as it's now put him here in big position.
We've seen Belisari struggle inside the red zone. 1st and 10 as he drops back to pass. Looks underneath. It is complete. Takes a big hit at the 10-yard line, but gets 6 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Washington Redskins. And hey, folks, we want to remind you about our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. As always, they sponsor our pregame show. They sponsor MBL Live. They do a ton of work for us. If anybody out there needs graphics done for an affordable price, let them know MBL sent you. All business over at Web3KS.com will give you 15% off of your order. It's a huge deal, and we really appreciate everything they do. Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. We got a 2nd and 4 for the Washington Redskins. I formation, 2 wide receivers for Zach Belisari. Because on 2nd down, it's going to be a handoff, and I believe that is Donnell Pumphrey with the carry. No Jordan Howard, and Pumphrey's only going to get a yard on the play. As that always surprised me, Sonny. When you see a 2nd and short, a 3rd and short, you know you need tough yards, and all the money running back is not into the game.
And it just highlights how bad of a signing that was for Washington. If you're not going to put him in on the biggest plays of the game, why even pay the guy?
Yeah, 3rd and 3 now, I formation. And Jordan Howard has decided to join the team on this play. Whiteside split out to the left, Woodard split out to the right. Tight end going in motion from the right to the left side. That is Horton, who already has a big catch in this game. It's going to be a toss play to Jordan Howard. If he goes outside initially, I think he probably has the 1st down. He tried to cut it up first, and it ends up resulting in nothing. And another drive, Sonny, where the Washington Redskins are going to be settling for a field goal. They have mightily struggled inside the 20-yard line.
And that one I think hurts especially because you had such a big gain there from Reed. And then you just struggle in the red zone again, and that's kind of been the MO here. They don't trust Belisari to make the tough throws in the red zone like you really need to win these games. And so they were kind of relegated to just, throwing the little pitches out to the side and kicking field goals.
Yeah, the fact that the pass game has struggled so much in the red zone has really caused the New York Giants to be able to defend effectively. Now the Giants come back out on offense, up 17-13 after settling for a field goal on their last drive. Sonny, if I'm Washington, I mean, how do you stop Odell Beckham?
You jam him, you double cover him. I think the biggest thing you do is you get to the quarterback really quickly.
Shotgun formation is going to be a handoff to Marlon Petway, and a great job getting in the backfield on the 6th carry for Petway. And Sonny, this is what the Giants do. You see teams like the Chargers do this, which is when they build a lead, they use their running back as that closer. Petway has the ability to do that, but so far Washington has really contained him.
It was, and that's a really underrated play there defensively. Hassan Reddick shoots the gap and gets a big loss here, and now you're moving back to a 2nd and 14, a much tougher position to be in here for New York.
Man going in motion on 2nd. Now they're going to throw that screen. That is Marlon Petway on the little bubble screen. Oh, the air truck, the Casper, the friendly ghost move. It fakes you out every time as Petway's able to get up to the 43-yard line. A big 1st down and a big mistake defensively as they couldn't stick with Marlon Petway.
Yeah, that ghost truck sometimes, what it does is it creates almost like a stutter step, and it really screws up the pursuit angle of the defense, and that's what happened there. The ghost truck made the guy overrun him, and yeah, you know what? There may be skill to it. I think it's a lot of luck.
I had a sneeze that went away. 1st and 10. How disappointing. As he finds Kelly, but Kelly puts it on the ground. It's picked up by Odell Beckham with the quick hands. Oh, what could have been a huge momentum-turning play. Their star receiver, Odell Beckham, right place, right time to keep the ball in the Giants' hands.
And I got a question. Where's Ben Stokes at? Is he hurt right now? Because I'm not sure why Kelly's even in this game.
That's a good question, as it is Beckham split out to the left, Ingram and Shepard on the right side. On 1st and 10, play action. Nope, they're going to hand it off to Petway. Trying to find some room out there. He'll get a little bit up to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6.
Hassan Reddick is too fast to be running that way. I think if you're going to run the ball, you want to run across that formation to the other side with Reddick on the backside chasing you down rather than the front side, because he is just closing in on those outside runs way too quick.
Yes, Ben Stokes is hurt, out for another 3 weeks. Big weapon not out there for the New York Giants. It's on 2nd and 6. Big hit taken by Webb. Big hit taken by Beckham, but they still complete the pass, and it brings up a huge 3rd and 2 for this Washington Redskins defense needing to stop Beckham. 5 catches, 107 yards, and right there almost got his head taken off.
Yes, and he almost got, decapitated there, but the pressure came from Hassan Reddick again. The guy showing up here in the 3rd quarter. We talked about it, the big money. What's he doing for you? Well, right now he's trying to will this team back to a victory.
We have hit the 4th quarter, 17-13. Your score, Washington hanging tough. Zach Belsar really has actually done a nice job. Only 1 interception. He's been a little fortunate that there hasn't been more. It's on 3rd and 2. It is a shotgun formation for Davis Webb. Petway split to his left, Ingram to his right as he drops back to pass on 3rd and 2. Looks over the middle of the field for Kelly, who takes a big hit, balls on the ground, and maybe, just maybe, Sonny, they should stop throwing it to that guy because he has a tendency to put the old pigskin on the ground.
Yeah, he's leading them into a lot of traffic there, taking him off, and not good.
As the kick is up, it is good, and once again, Sonny, the Redskins defense getting a huge stop and keeping this a 1-score game. It's going to be up to Zach Belsar in the offense to put a touchdown on the board. If you are the Redskins coming out here, 4th quarter, you know this could be one of the last drives you have the ball. What is your offensive game plan to put 7 on the scoreboard?
Well, it's a lot of Jordan Howard. It's a lot of Jordan Howard often. And then I think it's going to be a shot over top to Wayne Whiteside. He's your best playmaker in the game right now. And so I think you've got to get that defense creeping up. You don't want to have Landon Collins out in the deep safety position, kind of prowling the field. So I think I got to go Jordan Howard here a couple times to kind of soften them up and then take your shot downfield.
We'll see if we do see the multi-million-dollar halfback who has been pretty non-existent for the Washington Redskins this season. 20-13 your score. And hey, folks, don't forget to stick with us to the end of the game. We'll have our NBL Live Player of the Game selection for broadcast number 209. You can check out all of our Player of the Game selections all the way back to broadcast number 1 on our website, 365.maddenbomberleague.com. It's on 1st and 10. It's Zach Belsar under center, Howard in the backfield, 4 wide receivers. It's going to be Belsar driving back to pass. It looks like they were setting up a screen, but it was too fast up the middle. And they lose 7 on that play. And, Sonny, that's a huge loss on 1st down to stop the momentum that this Washington Redskins team may have had.
It is, and unfortunately, 2nd and 17. Now you cannot run the ball, and you're one-dimensional, and that has been the Washington Redskins issue all game long. 3
wide receivers out there. It's on 2nd and 17. Play action pass. Belsar looking over the middle and throws it right to the linebacker, Zeman. It's a big turnover as Belsar makes one of the patented boneheaded decisions. It wasn't open at any point, and Belsar went, hey, buddy, I'm throwing it no matter what. A big turnover, maybe throwing away the Redskins' chance to come back.
Yeah, that was a Belsar read because that one just, he threw it right to the linebacker. It wasn't any crazy coverage. He just dropped into a hook zone, and yeah, that's about as easy as you can get.
Well, and now the Giants get the ball back in field goal range as Petway takes it around the outside, and he has a 1st down up to the 13-yard line, and that door, it's closing, folks. The fat lady's not singing, but she's behind the curtain all warmed up, ready to go as this Redskins team has literally thrown away this game.
And, that's the sad part because they played well enough to win this one, but in the end, it's just bad decision-making from Zach Belsar stopping his team from getting over the hump.
1st and 10, 2 tight ends. Play-action pass for Davis Webb as he rolls out there and rolls right into a little contain on the outside as Christian Kirksey going to bring him down for a sack. Loss of 7 on the play. Sonny, and I think here's the interesting part. We talk about Jordan Howard and how much value they're not getting out of him, but we knew this when the Redskins signed him. This is a pass-first team. They went out and spent a ton of money on Jordan Howard, and everybody went, will they actually hand the ball off to him? And that answer has been a firm no.
Right. Well, they had a thumper a couple seasons back that was Samaje Perine.
Yep.
They would pound that guy early in games, and then he would disappear late, but when they actually fed him the ball, he wasn't a bad player.
And then he would disappear late in games, and he would disappear for stretches at a time. And the question was, why bring so much money? Why put so much money on Jordan Howard when you have a guy in Samaje Perine who's proven to be very serviceable and very effective? And the Redskins went out, spend some money on Howard, and he is the most expensive lawn ornament in the league.
Right, exactly. Laid up in the trainer room half the time, and when you got him on the field, you don't even use him.
3rd and 3 now for the Giants. Shepard coming in motion from the right side. And he's going to drop back to pass. And he has Shepard open. And he just lobs it over the top. Oh, me, oh, my. How pretty was that one? Stuck in the Davis Webb. Touchdown, Giants. And this ball game, Sonny, blouses? This one's all but over because I just don't trust Zach Belisari to do anything effective to cut into this 14-point lead.
Nope. Not at all. Not at all. I mean... Where's Wayne Whiteside been in this game? I'm not real sure. You know, if you're going to have Jordan Howard, you might as well keep him in the block, get you some extra time. Instead, they got him out running routes, him and Pumphrey. Just this Washington offense has been a mess. They've had some flashes of competency, but it always comes derailed with Zach Belisari making the bad reads.
I just put Wayne Whiteside's stats up. 22 catches, 408 yards, 18.5 per catch, and 1 touchdown. And most importantly, that right there, that picture that I just put up there is the most we've seen Wayne Whiteside today. So that's it's never a good sign for the passing attack.
We need to put on APB for Wayne Whiteside.
We do miss him. He's very good. He is very talented. It just doesn't really matter when your quarterback has a problem keeping it in your own team's hands. As now 27-13 your score, 4:08 to go in this one. Let's see what Belisari does. He's up to 22 interceptions on the season. Shotgun formation. He'll drop back to pass on 1st and 10. Looks over to somebody.
Couple Giants players.
I don't know what happened there. Those Giants guys were wide open, to be fair, to Zach Belisari.
Yeah, that's kind of been a microcosm of this game and this season for the Redskins right there.
27-13 your score. It looks all but certain that the New York Giants are going to stay undefeated, 6-0. Washington will drop to 0-6 unless Zach Belisari can put this together. Has Little Fish left? Is that what happened here? Because this is back-to-back plays where he hasn't called it. Is the controller down? Is he just leaving?
He's taking a nice, relaxing, just deep breath, enjoying this.
I mean, I would too here on the bright stages of NBL Live. Deep pass over the middle, and Collins almost picked that one. I think my guess is Little Fish knows at how bad the Redskins have been. He has decided that he is going to close out this game in the best way possible, which is not even touching the sticks.
Well, maybe that's the secret to beating Porter is just let your computer beat his offense because it's doing a good job there. Landon Collins should have had an interception there. Instead, he drops that one.
Ninja Peel in the chat saying this comeback about to be lit, though. Double A saying his controller died for sure. How does he not have any batteries? Can somebody get Nemo some batteries or wake him up? 3rd and 10 for the Redskins. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right. As Belisari in the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass on 3rd down. Blitz coming right up the middle. He lets it go, throws it to the left side, and it is complete to the 50-yard line. And Sonny, I don't know if you saw who that is making the catch of that. That's Wayne Whiteside.
Yeah, that's a nice catch there for Whiteside. He's had a couple catches this game, but just not been much of a factor. I think more interesting is who got hurt on that play.
I did not see, but Little Fish back on the sticks. Welcome back, Nemo.
Oh, wow. Was that Belisari that got hurt?
It does look like it was Zach Belisari who got hurt. And a big sack on the play. Or excuse me, that's Jimmy Garoppolo now in elbow sprain, though. He will return soon. Sonny, is it good news or bad news that Zach Belisari is okay?
Well, honestly, at this point, you might as well pull him out of this one because I don't think you're coming back. Maybe Jimmy G can bring you back.
Jimmy G, another guy who they spent a lot of money on. Nope, Zach Belisari. Jimmy G had his token play, and now he's out. As Belisari drops back on 2nd and 10, looking over the middle of the field, trying to find Whiteside there, one-on-one, but could not fit it into a tight window. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Should have been picked off there. Gosh, I don't know what that guy's thinking.
And that's not the first time we've said that. There have been a lot of opportunities for interceptions off of Zach Belisari. 3rd and 10, dropping back to pass. 3-man rush. Looks over the middle of the field. A little possession catch there from Jordan Reed, and a nice play, a safe throw from Zach Belisari. As they're going to hurry back to the line, 3:36 and counting to go in this game, needing a touchdown to get back into it, as it's going to be handoff to Jordan Howard with 3:31 to go, Sonny. Not a lot of time left. They finally decided to hand the ball. Yeah, this is the time. Another 3 wide set, 1 tight end. Jordan Howard in the backfield with Zach Bell starting the shotgun as he drops back to pass on 2nd and 7. He has the drag route open underneath. He finds the drag route open underneath. First down. He doesn't go out of bounds, though. Why go for the juke move there? There are three Giants players in front of you. You're not going to make them all miss.
Yeah, go out of bounds, save the clock. Instead, it's running, and you get, laid out for it.
Now this is Belisari time inside the 20-yard line. It's just a matter of what time it is and for what team. Is Belisari dropping back, rolling. Okay, here's what I'll say, Sonny. First of all, he died over there. First of all. Second of all, I will say, one of the things I would love to see changed in the next game, that has happened to me many a times. You hit the throwaway button, and the game decides to throw it to the other sideline. Thoughts? Why? Am I missing something?
Because it's cool.
Because it's cool. Okay.
There we go.
He did look cool on the back foot spinning and throwing.
He did.
2nd and 10, play action pass rollout for Zach Belisari. Looking for somebody to come open. He's going to take off. He's going to take a hit, which is a bold choice there, Cotton. He'll get 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and 7. They're using a lot of clock, and they're still 12 yards out.
Oh, the problem is that was a 2-read throw, and both reads were covered, so there was not a whole lot to do that. You just kind of have to run it and see what you can get.
And those 2-read throws being played so close to the end zone, it's just that there's no space to work. As now Belisari drops back, blitz coming, gets picked up, and he throws it to Norman, and Norman's got some room on the right side, and he had a man open over there too. There was some confusion over there, and he finds. That's Josh Norman, right, Sonny? I can say that one was Josh Norman?
Yeah, say it this time.
It's Josh Norman. He got it right there. 3 more picks for Zach Belisari today, up to 23 on the season.
Why?
No, I think he hit Y there. I think he did throw it to Y. Was that not the right choice? It's now 1st and 10 for the Giants, looking to close this bad boy out. Petway right up the middle. We get 34 on the play. Petway's been held in check. 86 yards. A lot of that coming on that bubble screen, the motion bubble screen, counted as a carry. He got a good chunk of that yards. Washington's defense has contained him, but Sonny, it's just impossible for the defense to get anything going when your offense turns the ball over this much.
It is, but real quickly, I'd like to just point something out.
Sure.
My prediction.
Yeah.
26-12, New York or Washington.
So incorrect.
Pretty close.
Completely
pretty
incorrect.
Close.
No, that's completely incorrect.
Pretty close.
26.
Hey, you know what?
I'm sorry.
Wait.
It's Price is Right
rules.
rules.
Price is Right rules.
Yeah,
though.
you went over.
No, I didn't.
27 is bigger than 26. You went over.
No. I guess lower. I can't go over.
Oh, you can't. Well, that is true. Yeah, you are closest. Right. I don't know if we had any other in chat. Let me scroll.
Price
all
is
the way
Right
back.
rules. I win.
Yeah, congratulations. You've won yourself a year's supply of rice-a-roni. The San Francisco treat.
Or I get to keep watching Washington Redskins games for the rest of the season.
Congratulations. 3rd and 7. It looks like Webb throws it over the middle of the field. He finds Moffitt. And Davis Webb on the flip side. 14-70, 280, and 3 touchdowns. He has been stellar for the New York Giants passing attack.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Oh, that's a good point. Deckard has a good point. You win Lips $100 can of Chef Boyardee.
There you go. I'll take it. 2
Chef Boyardee cans and a tube of toothpaste. That's what you get. As clock is running, Washington, 2 timeouts left. Let's see if they decide to use that. It appears that they're pretty content to just get out of here and move to 0-6. Sonny, I was looking at the Giants' schedule, and they're sitting there at 6-0, top of the division. They play the Cowboys next week, who are 1 game behind them. They have a bye the next week. They come back from that bye and play the Dallas Cowboys again. That's your division right there, right?
Pretty much. 3-week span to see who's going to take it all.
Should be an interesting thing. As I've got the schedule pulled up, they've actually got a real tough next couple of games. They play Cowboys twice, Jacksonville Jaguars. They've got your Tennessee Titans week 11. The Colts are sitting there at 3-3. The Bears week 13 at 4-1. And then they finish off with a couple games against some teams under 500 in a matchup against the Detroit Lions. So the schedule does get harder from here. But I've been impressed by this Giants team, Sonny. This team seems to have a real identity. Davis Webb is an accurate quarterback who's managing the game well, and Marlon Petway has the ability to shut games down.
They do, but I've still got some defensive questions here for New York. Washington did have quite a few drives they drove down the field. It was just some red zone blues that took them out. If you're the Giants, you got to do a couple things, and that's get some pressure on the quarterback. We didn't see much pressure coming there. And then the other thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to play a little tighter coverage. I felt like Eli Apple, a little lackadaisical in that back end secondary. And Landon Collins dropped a couple easy picks. Can't do that in some of these tighter games.
And again, the Giants do fall into, I mean, you have to play who's on your schedule, and it does get tough from here. As they will win today, this will give them only one win so far over a team above 500. So the test will come in the next couple weeks, but the bright lights of NBL Live did not disappoint for owner Little Fish. He gets a big win, and they move to 6-0 on the season, 27-13 over the Washington Redskins. The Redskins stay winless on the year. It's time to make our selection for our NBL Live Player of the Game for broadcast number 209, Sonny. It's pretty much two choices for me. It's either Odell Beckham, who just was dominant all day, or Davis Webb, who was accurate through 3 scores. I'll leave it up to you. Who's going to be our player of the game?
Can I throw a third option here? Not
Sure.
saying it's the guy, but Sterling Shepard, 2 touchdowns, around 100 yards. Obviously, one came off a very big one, but 2 touchdowns nonetheless. He had a pretty good game himself.
I think the easy way, we got 2 wide receivers nominated, is to give it to the guy who was throwing to him. Let's give it to Davis Webb, who was fantastic. No turnovers on the day, 3 touchdowns, 1 to Odell, 2 to Sterling Shepard. He was calm in the pocket all day long. He'll be your NBL Live Player of the Game selection for broadcast 209. Again, folks, check out all of our Player of the Game broadcast choices. That's over on our website, 365.maddenbomberleague.com. You can also apply to join the NBL. You can also get one of our brand new Gold Standard t-shirts. That's on our website, 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Before we get out of here, let's throw up that NBL Live schedule for season 31. We're moving to week 7. And I believe the week 7 game is actually not going to be Ravens-Panthers. There's a scheduling conflict, so that's to be determined. Follow us on Twitter at Bomber League. But we're getting down to some real interesting games, Sonny, as we go through the season. As Bomber was on here the last broadcast, that Week 11 matchup, Browns and Chiefs, and that Week 14 matchup, Jags and Titans. Sonny, make your call now. Is that Week 14 matchup going to be for the division?
No, at that point, it won't matter. Jacksonville is about to lose 3 or 4 here before that point, and these Tennessee Titans are rolling.
You heard it here first, folks. Breaking news. Not going to be for the division. But a great schedule we have, folks. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Bomber League, or just hit that follow button. You'll know each and every time we go live. Sonny, another great time here on NBL Live Broadcast 209. We appreciate each and one of you out there tuning in here on twitch.tv/NBL Network. By the way, Davis Webb, player of the game, perfect quarterback rating as well. So, real great game for Davis Webb and the New York Giants here on NBL Live. For my co-host, Sonny Weaver, I'm OSU. Once again, your final score, the New York Giants stay undefeated and atop the NFC East with a 27-13 win over the Washington Redskins. We'll see you next time. Week 7 action right here on NBL Live.